Are you destined for a life of doom and misery? Are you destined for a life where you will waste it forever and wished that at the age of 70 you didn't live the life you know you were meant to live? Do you want to regret your old age? Then skip this video. I am making this video for you. I am making this video for that person that is not happy for the kind of life they have found themselves. If you don't want to be miserable for the rest of your life, you have to stay tuned. Before I continue, I'll go into a short story. Mr. John, a young, wonderful man that was given birth by a woman. Mr. John had a promising life, and just like you, he wanted to become somebody that was going to be a significant person in the world. You know how we all start our life having that dream that we are going to achieve so many things, that we are going to be professional working men. You know how we all start our life having focused dreams. That was exactly how John started his life. John, in his mind, wanted to become an enviable pilot. John wanted to become an enviable pilot because he had been watching movies when he was small, seeing how pilots were flying planes, and you know, he naturally liked it. He was thrilled anytime he saw anything that has to do with flight. Fast forward to John being 17 years, he struggled all throughout his life. Later, he had the way, by the grace of God, to enter university. But what he wanted to become earlier in life was not what he had the opportunity to go and study. By whatsoever means that happened, John had to go and study business admin in school. Anyway, just like you and I, you entered, this is what you had in mind, this is what you wanted to study when you were small, but later life had a twist, and now you are studying something that is totally different from what you had earlier had in mind that you were going to study. John did business administration for the next 4 years of his life. He went for service. Before the service was concluded, John had already found his soulmate, a girl whom he loved while they were in camping, and they were really into each other. They loved each other. They adored the ground both of them stepped on, and they could now see happy ever after within themselves. As life would have it, they both came out from service the same year, and John merely went about in search of a job. But the horrible part started happening. The first day, John couldn't get any job for himself, while the lady whom John loved went to help her mother to be selling things. While John scouted for job for the next 2, 3 years of his life, he now finally found a firm where he could practice what he studied in school. John was now a full-time worker, doing something that he didn't love, working in an environment that he didn't like, waking up in the morning, heading off to a place that he never saw himself going to, all because he saw himself as a person who wanted to work. After that earlier dream of becoming a pilot had ended, Now John was now running, bustling like a normal young man who was now looking for something to do. Before we could say Jack and Robinson, John had lasted 2 extra years in that job. Though miserable, John decided that he was going to get married. He later went to his heartthrob that he found in their service here. Immediately he proposed, engaged, and they set out for marriage. Within 1 to 2 months, John had married his soulmate that they were earlier having good time. John was now living a life of a married man, going to a job that he never desired. John now got his wife pregnant and they had twins. John never saw it that he was going to have twins any day of his life, but as life would have it, John now had twins. Now the pressure of fatherhood have come onto John, and now John was now putting all of his effort in his present job just to make sure he made ends meet to take care of his wife and his 2 children. Life was proceeding as fast as it could get. The children were now 2 years. And what was the next necessary thing to do? They had to start up their schooling. John was now putting much more effort on a daily basis just to make sure he made ends meet to take care of his family and the children's school. They were now attending private schools, they were going to school. The fees that came along with the house rent, John was now working overtime. Sooner than later, John found himself that he was now a 45-year-old man and the children were now in primary six. They were now in basic six, as some part of the country would have it. But John's relentless working and hustling did not end. The children were now in the university. John later found himself being at age 50 something. John was still running up and down, busy trying to make ends meet, trying to make sure he took care of his family. John was trying to make sure everything was kept in order, trying to pay bills, the house rent, hospital bills, school fees, house up to date. One day, John realized that he was 65 years old, and the strength he had when he was young had left him. Now, let me ask you, is this the kind of life you want to live? Is this the kind of life you want to live? A life of misery, a life of rat race, a life of running up and down. At the later years of your life, you are now retired with no strength, perhaps with little money, filled with confusion, frustration, and unhappiness, with many bitterness in your life. Why? Simply because there was something you had in your mind that you wanted to be, you wanted to become. There was this dream of impacting the destinies of men, but now you're 65 years old. It seems like life was moving as fast as possible as it could get. It seems life was running faster than you had earlier had in mind. And do you know how fast life can go? Life tiptoes on you. Life seems like it is creeping. Life seems like it is not moving. Life seems like it is going on a slow motion. But do you know something about this whole thing? You will turn back and realize that you had spent the past 30 years of your life in misery, doing what you don't like, going to a place that you don't know, trying to impress people that you never liked. And at the end of the day, one robust sickness will just come and take your life and destiny away. And will now write in your obituary poster. But would you want this to be the kind of life that you had envisioned in your life? I know deep down inside of you, this is not the kind of person you want to be. This is not the kind of person you want your life to end as. This is not what you want your life to be. A person who just came into the life, had a dream but never pursued his dream, had a family, was taking care of his family, and died without making a plant, without making an impact on the world, without nobody knowing your trace that you came into this life. This is not the life that you were meant to live. This is not the life that you were meant to come and showcase, because your kind of lifestyle you're living now, in the next 1 year, people would forget that you ever existed in this life. So I am talking to you, Mr. John. I am talking to you, Mr. Kenneth. I am talking to you, Mr. Joy, Mrs. Joy. I am talking to you, whomever you are, wherever you are. You need to start crafting the life and destiny that is meant for you. You need to start living that life that is really meant for you. You need to start going for your dream life today. What is that dream that you've been holding in your mind? What is that life that you desire that you said you want going to become? This is the day. You don't have to skip it for anything. You don't have to skip it for anything. What you've heard here can help somebody, not just you. It can help somebody to pick up their life. It can help somebody to achieve their life aside you. If you don't want to be selfish, please I'd like you to share this also with some other person who is out there who would love to hear what you've heard now. Please, and if there is any question you want to ask me, feel free to go to the comment section below and ask me whatever question you want to ask me, and I will answer you in a jiffy. I'd like you to subscribe to this video so that you get upcoming videos as this that will help to inspire you, that will help to regenerate your life, that will help you to pick up the baton, that will help you to keep running, that will help you to achieve your dreams. I am John Stella. I am here to help you fix your destiny. I am a destiny midwife, and I'm here to make you become, to inspire you to achieve greatness, to help you to become whom you are naturally meant to become. Thank you very much. If you found this video helpful, please, I'd like you to share it to some other person. I'd like you to comment and ask any question that you feel like you want to ask. And don't forget, watch also the other videos of mine so that you get clarity on what you want your destiny to become. And if there is anything you want me to talk about on this channel, feel free to go to the comment section below and type, please sir, I would like you to give an advice on this particular topic, and I will be there to answer you. Thank you very much.